10 seconds early. Oh, here we go.
I love the Mexican people, especially the big girls, las gorditas. They are so tasty. Ay, que rico. They call me El Viejo Asqueroso, which is Spanish for the handsome orange man. In fact, the next big, beautiful one I see, I'll be grabbing her by the taco.
Oh, yeah.
And good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. We are live, and we've got a few guys here this morning. Good morning, Bob the Goon. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Yes.
All right, cool. Just making
can
sure.
hear you,
but I'm
but we
doing
can't
good.
see you.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying something different here in using the StreamYard on my Xbox.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I am pictureless as of right now, but I'm working on that. So
That is exciting. On your Xbox, going to the StreamYards, man, you are just combining everything together into one thing, man. That is exciting.
yes.
Thrilling. Let's see what. Hey, Gray. If you're free, if you're not booked, we'd love to have you on, buddy.
Yeah. Get that deep, sexy voice on here.
Yes. Get deep. Get really deep with Gray.
Oh, he's fixed his audio. See, the deepness was a error.
Oh, was it
He
now?
actually ended up fixing that, so he sounds more like a chipmunk now.
Well, in that case, don't come on.
Oh, wow. So he sounds like a chipmunk, you say?
Well, that's his words, not mine. If you listen to our stream yesterday, that's his more natural voice.
Yeah. I did not hear it. I was trying to prep for the shoe, so I didn't.
No worries.
Didn't. Yeah. So well, okay. Maybe he's up here. Suddenly. I never said chipmunk. That's what he says there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to bring back to the stage, the main stage, our friend, our good buddy. It is Warren, who's finally made it out of prison. Good to have you, Warren.
TSM. I'm back. Thanks, guys. It's great to be back. Thank you.
Good to have you back, buddy. Good to have you back. It hasn't been the same without you. And we have had as you can tell, we got Cat Drew now, and we've got Bob the Goon, So we've got some new people coming in. We're cycling them in and out. People's lives, they continue to go and change, and the time change gets to people. And, it's just a little bit different than when you left.
Yeah.
As you can hear, I've got my grown kid in the background talking as loud as possible so that people can hear him online. So some of us, we've got different parenting styles around here. So, but yes, we are live and we've got kids in the background. Obviously, we've always had kids in the background. We do what we can to watch them grow up as healthy as possible. However, was somebody saying something, or was that an echo?
No, that was my kid.
Okay. I got Cat as well. I have a cat who is wandering about, crying about all kinds of things. And usually we used to have a guy who would come on the show, Chillmonger, and do a segment and talk about things. And if you're interested, he is covering the Road to WrestleMania and what The Rock is doing with his Instagram promos, about 20 minutes long, each one of them or more. And he's breaking those down. So if you're interested in a 45-minute analytic about The Rock's 25-minute promos, you're going to have to get over to Chillmonger, his YouTube channel and his Twitter channel feed to get a load of that. And that's what he's doing nowadays. And he's got a question for us. He can't show up. He's got other obligations at this time of the day. But he does concern himself with what's going on here with the show and has presented us with a question. Here, I'll actually let him explain it himself.
Sunday wrap-up panel, I have something to propose to you. A wrestler named Tama Tonga, associated with that legendary Anoa'i family, part of the bloodline, has been a free agent for a while now. There's speculation as to where he will pop up. Maybe he's doing physicals, and maybe he's doing all the tests that he needs to do to apply for the WWE, but he is coming there as a family member, as it's been routine for Roman Reigns to win his matches based off of family members interfering. It may just happen to be that Cody Rhodes is victorious on night one of his match. He gets what he's supposed to get, which is that the bloodline cannot interfere, but Tama Tonga is not a signed WWE wrestler. He could come from the crowd and execute some interference that we would not have expected. With WrestleMania being a big event, do we think the debut of Tama Tonga is coming?
So that's the big question, guys. Will Tama Tonga join the bloodline and ruin Cody Rhodes' story? Bob, you got any
Interesting.
got any ideas?
After hearing that now, I'm almost wishing he didn't say that, because now that sounds completely feasible. That sounds exactly like what the writer's room in WWE probably sounds like. He is probably 100% spot on, and I can now see this as clear as day. Just like Solo coming out last year, guy's gonna come out in the hoodie and just grab Cody right before he does a crossroads and give him some sort of Samoan spike or
for
shot
the
to the throat.
50,000th time.
Cost this guy his match again. I'm actually hoping this happens now. I'm rooting for it.
Fuck.
Please,
Cole?
please let this happen.
What do you
I'm
think?
sure the first thing will happen eventually, whether it's WrestleMania or not. As for the second thing, it's feasible. I think it's more possible that I think they pissed off fans so much now, and they changed the whole main event and everything, that they'll give Cody his win. But I think, as you mentioned it before, Rosales, with the cash in. So what I think is, he may then appear afterwards and attack him, and then that's how Priest cashes in.
Well, we have a stray in the house.
Hi.
No.
Good morning,
Yeah.
Katie. We were counting on you doing your thing this morning. I know you had some other plans, and you double booked. And
Yeah, my nephew sent me a very sad video. Please play Minecraft with me and all kinds of things. And
oh no, you disappointed him.
I had to. No, I'm gonna download. I'm thinking I'm gonna download my. I keep thinking my camera's here. I'm
Hi.
gonna download Minecraft on my new computer and play it with him, so that when he tells me what controls I'm supposed to use, I'll know exactly what he's talking about. So
Well,
while I
aren't-
download, I'll be here.
Aren't you a good kitty? Aren't you a good kitty?
I've missed you a lot. I'm so sorry I haven't been around. in the
No,
past
that's
few
okay.
weeks. Yeah.
That's okay. Life happens. I've said this before. I'd say it again. Life happens, and whoever shows up is welcome. If you can't show up, that is also.
But I love showing up, you know?
Yes, and we love having you here.
And
We
I
really
hate
do.
not showing up, so I'm glad I'm here. Maybe not
However it
interrupt.
works out. Oh yes, and Cole, you were
Racing.
saying.
Yay, sports!
I mean, I finished my point anyway, but yeah, I just think that is more likely to happen than him interfering during the match. I mean, if they do it, I'm just gonna laugh. Like, that will be like, what, the 50,000th time they'll do it. So yeah, fantastic. I wouldn't even be surprised because it's WWE. But maybe if Vince was still in charge, then yeah, sure, because he would probably want him to beat Bruno's record, which would be disastrous. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing about the difference between the two is that we've got over 300 defenses with Bruno, and we've got 52 defenses, and you're talking about a day streak of how long he's been champion.
Yeah, and him having like 8-month breaks. Fantastic. What a great reign. And the only reason why he didn't win last year was because then Vince got involved, like, now let's make it 1,000 days, so let's make him lose. It's like, and they've done this before. It's like, I know Cena interfered before backstage of when Charlotte won the Divas title before they retired it, because he wanted fucking his girlfriend or whatever to then break AJ Lee's record or streak. So yeah, it happens all the time, sadly, with him backstage.
Yeah, so nothing is set in stone when it comes to what's going to happen, and these predictions can go by the wayside because of background politics. Warren, we know you love the sports. How do you feel about Tama Tonga joining the Bloodline?
I mean, it seems feasible because Chillmonger knows his stuff, and I don't know. I think it's feasible, but I'm gonna be the weirdo here and say they might. Cody Rhodes is probably gonna win and not, throw a curveball. So that's what I'll say. He'll show up, but Cody Rhodes will still win.
Well, there you go. And then we'll have what's his name do the cash in at the very end, and that will finish his storyline completely, 100% full circle, just like his dad. It was taken away from him right as he won it, and everybody will go home angry, as Vince loves to do, is to send people home angry after paying billions of dollars to come and hang out for a week and do wrestling stuff.
And sitting there for 2 nights in a row
Wait,
at like
are the
6
people
to
that
7
get
hours
paid
apiece.
angry?
The viewers will be angry.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I was paid that much, don't worry, I won't be angry.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, they're not going to be angry. Well, Cody might be angry.
Yeah, I can't wait.
What if they messed with your relationship with Gordon? Because
that would be very angry.
Yeah, because I hear that they like to rope in the spouses and girlfriends and such.
Really?
They do a lot of things like that. One of the guys who used to wrestle there was.
This is playing with Minecraft music in the background, and it's hilarious.
He was in a relationship with their top female stars. Howdy, Bri. Howdy. Welcome to the great state of Texas. Or wherever you're at.
Camera's not there, Chinsia. Stop looking at it.
So
I don't know why. I think it's there.
This guy, Buddy Matthews, was engaged in a relationship, still is, with their top star, female star who owns the title, who has the title right now. Someone give me her name. Women's heavyweight champion.
I thought it was okay. I forgot. I'm blanking on her name for some reason. But
I keep coming to Reba McEntire, but that ain't it.
Rhea Ripley.
No,
Rhea Ripley. That's it. He's in a relationship with Rhea Ripley, and as soon as he went over to AEW, the first thing they did was in the show put her in a relationship with the most hated short man in the business, Rey Mysterio's son, Dominic.
Let's go short things.
So they're basically what's the word I'm looking for? Is it cuck? Something like that. Anyway, they're doing lots of stuff like that to put them under.
Is that with a C or with a K?
I have no idea how to spell that word. It's unfamiliar to me.
It's a C one.
Who knows? It's a C.
Kitty
It's a C one.
has a word. Has
Kitty's
to start
telling
with
us
a
about the
K.
C word.
With
The
that.
K. No, it's not the K word. It is not the K word.
Well.
But it's this word here. K-A-K is cuck, which is shit. Ooh. Listen, you see what happens is when you put a title in, Rosales, this is not my fault. The kids in the background edition comes off. Okay, so I'm gonna leave now. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Oh my goodness, I am so far away from that. Hold on 1 second. I'll get it for you, Kitty. I'll get it for you,
I
Kitty.
performed it very well, thank you.
Yes, you did. We'll have to do something different.
Move, bitch, get out the way. Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. Move, bitch, get out the way. Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. Bitch, move. Get the f back.
Did you guys hear me while I was singing?
Yes.
Oh God, no.
Amazing.
And of course, we can't
Oh,
forget.
great.
We can't forget to give you the little dance segment.
Sorry, I'm too good. Okay, but
hey,
I really need to get out. Cause I gotta play Minecraft. Sorry, everybody. Sorry for the cringe. But you know what? It makes your Monday much better because you're like, you know what? At least I'm not as cringe as Kitty.
There you
So,
go. So, thanks for
I'll
showing
get
up.
I'll leave. Miss you guys. I'll be here for a full episode, and I'm so glad I got to hear all the wrestle things. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
we cover
Yeah.
the wrestle things.
Yeah. Have a nice
Kitty.
life, Kitties. Bye.
Bye.
Take
Bye,
care,
Kitty.
Kitty. Always glad to have her around. Always a treat.
Yeah.
And good morning to you, Gray. How are you, sir?
Apparently chipmunkish, according to Catru. But yeah, I thought I'd come in and kind of defend myself. But yeah, I'm doing good other than that.
Well, you don't sound like a chipmunk to me.
No,
Well, thank you.
not at all.
That's ever so kind of you. Yeah, I rerouted the audio in my system so that I could do gaming through StreamYard. So apparently that
Ooh.
took out whatever was kind of lowering it, even though it's straight mic to interface to this. So I don't know. But yeah, good times. If only I knew audio or something.
Well, yeah, I think you're doing pretty good.
Oh,
Are you familiar with the wrestling? Are you
A little bit.
a little bit?
I have not kept up with it as of late, but yeah, I agree with Chillmonger's prediction. It seemed pretty decent to me.
Pretty decent prediction. Well, okay then. I guess we can move on to a different topic then. How many people got to see John Cena? Everyone saw John Cena.
It's hard to see.
I didn't.
Staying with the wrestlers. You didn't see John Cena at the on the Academy Awards. I know you were watching it.
Yeah, no, I just saw a floating envelope.
A floating ha 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 ha. Yes, the floating envelope. Well, here's a good shot of the floating envelope, and everybody saw that. But what
Yeah,
they didn't
sadly.
see was that he was completely covered down there.
Yes, obviously.
Well, of course they would have had to.
Yes,
Yes, like imagine
that-
if he dropped it by accident.
yes. It
Well,
you know,
yeah. I mean, it's or like he accidentally moves it in such a way that like one of the camera angles points at it. You know,
The
either
angles are
way,
always an issue.
or he stumbles or he gets distracted, accidentally turns around, or you know.
Yeah, especially with those shoes he was wearing.
oh yeah, he had the
That was
sandals
the most
on.
offensive part.
Yes, the beachcomber flip flops.
Yeah, sadly, that was only the second most disturbing thing I saw that night.
Now, could you imagine if they put pasties on a woman and did the same thing?
Oh,
It
it
would
would be
be-
outrage for days.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm imagining.
Well,
Well,
it happened at the Super Bowl when Janet Jackson had the
Yeah.
quote unquote wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah.
There was
Right,
a pasty
but
there.
that was quote unquote an accident, right?
Yes,
This is 100% on purpose and
Yeah.
prolonged.
Well, it wasn't really an accident because she had a pasty there.
Right,
it,
right.
it ripped right off like it was glued in place. I mean,
Yeah, but
nobody
look at-
nobody applies their support that way.
Yeah, I agree. But my point is that this was 100% on purpose and it was prolonged. If they, I mean, that they at least have the the plausible deniability, right? You can say,
Sure.
"Oh no,
Prolonged
we didn't
was
do
it?
This on." Well,
You know what I noticed more than anything in this picture out of all of this is that his bald spot is getting worse.
How high did they expect his butt crack to be?
They're taking no chances.
My goodness.
What I want to know is what is holding that on?
it's got to be some kind of adhesive.
Yeah,
Super
you
glue?
can see
Alright.
you can see the
Magic.
string there. I think.
I didn't know.
No,
if it was
I
like
don't
those
think so. I
magic
think it's an
wristbands or
adhesive.
something where it just kind of snaps in
Oh,
place.
okay. Jesus.
I
Kitty,
mean,
did you come back for John Cena? Because you
I
didn't see
came
him?
back. I came back for that. No,
of course he comes back to that. Of course.
it's a very funny time for me to. Oopsie. For me to come back for. Ooh, what the hell?
Well, they were a whole staff came out and dressed him up during the video package that
That
showed
was the
off
whole
the
idea?
the idea.
Package.
Yes, during the package, they covered up the package.
That's embarrassing. Gordon said, my husband said this was the final humiliation for him, but I kind of, I think that John Cena is beyond humiliation, and when you have a body like that, I don't know, man. Are we humiliated?
I mean,
it's
he
the
agreed
sandals.
to do it.
It's the sandals. That's the thing.
Yeah.
When I
They ought to be
work on
offended.
something and I'm very proud about it, I like to show it off too. And you got to think that bodybuilders and
Feel
people
that
that take the roids, feel that way too, and they've got to show it off and maybe
I mean,
point.
it looks good.
Or-
I wouldn't say no,
I mean, that's why you came back. So
So everybody saw John Cena. I like that. Everyone saw Cena. But like, I
Yes.
really don't want to see that. That looks weird. That's like, okay, Kendall, and then also it also is like, it's also like he waxed around there and stuff, and I'm not feeling it. Like, you got to be a bit gross as a man. That's all I'm trying to say.
You got to be a
Okay,
bit
I'll
gross.
be quiet. I'm sorry. I just hopped in here. My nephew stood me up. Okay.
Oh, wow.
He's busy eating lunch, so he's or dinner, whatever. So I'm just gonna be around here messing around.
Pop in and out as you please, Kitty.
As I
Please.
Yeah. So I was hoping that you guys were still busy with the wrestling, so I could just come in here and turn my camera off and listen. But now,
Yeah, we
now
were.
My insight is very important, so I'll
We,
I'll pay very close
Just
attention.
kind of
We
wrestling
stick
with
with
things.
wrestlers.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's still you,
Well,
right?
I mean,
Well, looks like John Cena
Yeah.
aroused somebody.
Hey?
Morning, everyone.
I don't know.
Hold on. What are we talking about? What do you mean?
John
We
Cena's package.
Everyone's favorite.
Naked Cena.
you came right. Oh wait. There's more to see.
And he like shuffled as well. That was like also what was funny about him.
So
It's
Ugh.
that-
You guys remember the movie Idiocracy?
No
where
hiding.
they had. I'm sorry. Remember in the movie Idiocracy, they had the Fox News hosts, and the one guy was naked and buff, and the girl was like in a bikini, and like is that what we've come to? That we have to
Yep.
present the Oscars in the nude?
Yeah,
Look at us.
it was a
look
prediction
at-
of the future. It came pretty true.
Prediction of the future a long time ago.
Sorry, they couldn't do it with boobs though. They had to do it with muscles. They were like, you know what? Male gaze not allowed. Female gaze.
and to be honest, the male pasty should be a lot bigger than what we're seeing.
Judgment. God.
It's a side effect of the roids.
You know what? Yeah,
Yep,
it
that happens.
bears testament. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he totally didn't take any before.
there's a price to pay, and it's the ability to pee at a urinal. So
You gotta sit down.
I can just
Sit
picture.
down. Be humble.
I can just picture the people who thought up the Oscars and went. We've been reduced to this to get people to watch.
And we still didn't watch. Like, I'm watching, this is my watching of the Oscars. You telling me that there was this happening. I didn't watch it live. I used to watch the Oscars live when I was younger. That was the thing. We used to stay up late on a Sunday night to watch that.
Real quick for Jaded, how do you feel about Tama Tonga debuting at WrestleMania?
Do they know this?
Well, there's speculation that Tama Tonga will join the Bloodline and possibly cost Cody Rhodes his title. The Bloodline, yes. You know the stipulation for the match, right?
No.
The stipulation for the match, because The Rock is contracted to have a WrestleMania main event. So he has to wrestle at WrestleMania in order to fulfill that part of his contract.
Wrestling at WrestleMania.
So instead of being against Roman Reigns, they're doing a tag team of Roman Reigns and The Rock versus
So that way he can lose.
Rhodes.
So that way he can lose the match. Okay.
Yeah. So the stipulation is Bloodline rules if Roman Reigns wins the tag. No Bloodline if they lose the match. So, or the other way around. So the point is and this was Chill's prediction, that the Bloodline would lose the tag team match, The Rock would lose the match, and Cody Rhodes possibly pinning Roman Reigns to win that tag match, to have a Bloodline-free main event on night 2. And then, as he's putting the whooping on him and getting ready to finalize his story, Tama Tonga, who is not officially a member of the WWE and not officially a member of the Bloodline, because that's the stipulation, no Bloodline, he comes in, costs him the match, and then joins the Bloodline.
That's, you know what's ridiculous is when fans have better script ideas than the actual script writers of WWE. You see,
So,
that's not. I'm not saying that's not what's going to happen. I'm saying, but that's a damn good idea that they should have at least considered.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
An interesting idea.
How would you program this particular match?
Oh, I would have it that okay, I'm not a fan of The Rock, so if he's contractually obligated to be in the match, I would just have it that he would just come in to interfere for 15, 20 seconds, and then that's it. Like he's in the back, right, waiting for a match to happen, and then he just comes in, does an interference thing, and then just leaves again. There, we fulfilled your contract. We're at WrestleMania. We don't have to actually give you an actual match or anything.
Yeah, I don't think he's got the gas to go 15 minutes, believe it or not.
You don't think so?
No, he was winded when he came in and did a rock bottom.
Do you think he's gonna Andre this tag team match and just sit on the outside, bending on the ropes for the whole thing?
I think so. I think he's going to come in and do his shtick.
How does one join the Bloodline? What's the ritual?
Well, first you got to be Samoan.
Yeah.
And then you have to acknowledge Roman Reigns as your tribal chief.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it, really. Sami
Sign
Zayn
your
was
soul over to the Rock.
That's really disappointing.
Yeah. Yeah, you wish there was something more to that, don't you? Yeah. But we are talking about wrestling writers.
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
I want to know what is worse for Cody though. Is it worse for him to have this guy come and say he wins night 2 and does that guy come and interfere and cause him a title win? Or is it worse if he wins and then Damian Priest comes in and cashes in immediately and wins? What
Either
makes
way,
this story worse?
I think it doesn't matter how they do it. Cody Rhodes is not walking out of the building with the belt.
Yeah, I got to agree. But I think one is going to be worse. One is going to be more upsetting to the people I think there and the general people watching than the other. One outcome is worse. Like, is it a repeat of last year with interference by the Bloodline, or is it just literally just Damian Priest comes in very last second, right before they go off the air, boom, hits one move, 1, 2, 3, it's over.
Yeah.
Yay, fireworks, goodbye, see you Monday, fuck you, everybody.
Pretty much.
They are definitely going to honor Vince with this WrestleMania. Definitely. And send the fans home mad.
Vince,
but I think the absolute worst thing for Cody Rhodes would be to have John Cena style success. Just decided to whip that out one last time.
Oh God.
But let's stick with the wrestling topic just a minute, since we went for John Cena. Oh, wait a minute. Let's stick with the Oscar topic, because as you can see, out of the 23 categories, Cole was the number one predictor of who was going to win at 83%.
Yeah.
And I did 26% with my vast knowledge of Hollywood, and only got 6 right. So F you, Cole.
Yeah. But look at Bob there in 4th place.
Yeah.
Good job, Bob.
Higher than the Joker, who's not here, by the way. I don't know where.
No, he's
tasty face. Where'd he go?
He's looking for money.
Oh,
that's what he's doing. He's
okay.
He's out
looking for giant pennies.
Well, I hope he finds it.
But
no, you do know how few people are going to get that reference. You know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hopefully, we do have some oxygenarians out there, that are watching the show. Godzilla won an Oscar. That was exciting.
Wow.
And, Oscar was not without its detractors. There were some Oscar crybabies out there, just like there were Cody crybabies.
I mean, there always is.
What an Oscar for?
Visual effects.
Yes.
Oh God, really? That?
Yeah, it wasn't the best visual effects film, but they gave it to it because of the movement and because it's the best film there.
And because most of them weren't going to get paid. Christopher Miller got in trouble yet again for calling the animation genre a children's medium. Or, this category's for kids, so.
It's so horrible that there was a joke made.
Yes. People.
It is kind of annoying every year, though. They do this every year. They just call it a kids genre, and then people get angry. And I mean, I don't blame them, but I mean, it's Hollywood. What do you expect?
Interestingly enough, now it was about fantasy, not animation, but Tolkien was dealing with these people way back in the day as well, about how adults, they denigrate certain categories of fiction as being for children, and he fought against that.
So he fought against that. We're still fighting against that. We got hope then, I suppose.
Yes.
I suppose. I mean, fantasy is no longer considered to be just children's category, but I mean, we still have contemporaries like Patrick Willems who say, Star Wars is a movie about space wizards intended for children. So, I mean, they won't go away. We won't go away.
Yeah, as long as we won't go away, that's good.
Warren, did they allow you to watch the Oscars when you were in rehab?
I'm not a fan of the Oscars, to be quite honest. I stopped watching almost, I would say at this point, 15 plus years at this point. I'm watching people that are just like, hey, I got an award. And it's like, okay, great. Whoopie-doo. Not filling my pockets.
Advertising award.
I don't care. I care, but I don't care. So only reason I knew about the John Cena thing is because of conspiracy theorists about how he's fulfilling the humiliation thing, and
oh yeah,
Yeah, so that's the only reason why. But like, I could give. I mean, the Oscars could have had like a terrorist bombing. I wouldn't care less. So to put it that way,
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wouldn't John Cena's humiliation thing would have been the Peacemaker TV show?
that's a good show. I don't know what's wrong with you.
I enjoy that, but
That was a
also
good
that's me.
show. You just want to start, your malarkey.
He just wanted to start. Yeah,
You're
here we
old,
go.
so
Let's
you're
go.
old.
The,
I'm gonna
this,
start-
this episode.
Yes,
On this
and he was in
episode
the
versus
Masterpiece.
Warren versus Jaded.
I'm gonna change my wording. I'm not gonna say anything, vulgar. I'm gonna say words like malarkey and baloney.
But
So,
you did.
okay.
What
It's too late.
makes it a ritual? How many people have we seen embarrass themselves just like this to get the vast amounts of riches that the Illuminati has been put out there? Was it
I don't know.
was
Oscar
uh,
1776.
Eddie
You should
Murphy's humiliation ritual? The fact that he had to play buckwheat on Saturday Night Live? Is that some kind of thing we're
That
talking about?
humiliation. I thought you were talking about something else.
Apparently, though, there's like for instance, apparently John Cena has showed up throughout the year or year and a half, something like that, dressed up as like a woman or like seen doing other stuff. But I think that's probably has to do with a movie or whatever. And like if you look back at other Oscars where Cat Williams talked about it with Joe Rogan about how like they end up dressing. How many successful people in Hollywood has end up dressing in a dress? So
Yeah, but that was more. I'm sorry, Warren, but that was more of a black thing. In other words, the black male actors had to do that humiliation thing. I mean, what's his name? Oh shoot, there's a number of black comedians that had to do that. And what's the comedian? Oh shoot, what's the guy that did it?
Madea?
No,
Being the one
Trying to-
from Superman.
Are you thinking of Martin Lawrence?
the one that's talking about the trans that gets in trouble all the time.
Oh.
The one that he got fired from his show and he was gone for like 10 years.
Martin Lawrence?
No, Dave Chappelle. That's what you
Dave
mean, Dave
Chappelle. Dave Chappelle did like I think it was Dave Chappelle. It was on an Oprah episode where he literally explained where he was supposed to do a scene and they came in and they go, "Okay, you dressed up as a woman," and he goes, "I'm not doing it because it's cliche. It's been done 100 times and stuff like that." Because Eddie Murphy's done it. The majority of famous black comedians have done this, and it's like a standard joke for them.
I agree.
Yeah.
I fully agree with that. But
Doesn't like
we've
every
also
comedian
seen-
in sketch comedy pretty much have to dress up in a drag? Like I don't know, it's kind of a go-to. I can think of like
Yeah.
Chris Farley, like everyone from Saturday Night Live basically had to do that.
It's like
Yeah,
I have
so-
mixed feelings about it because I definitely see his point, but it is sort of a rite of passage.
yeah, but again, it only happens after you've already become successful enough to be in a movie in the first place. So it just kind of doesn't make any sense.
So does that only apply to black people or just
Oh no, there's been
wrestlers too?
there's been white comedians who have done it too. I mean,
Oh yeah, I mean he brings up a good point, and I agree.
But only comedians? I mean, John
No,
Cena's not a comedian.
it's a joke, right? It's not
I
that.
beg to differ.
No, I'm saying that there are other male actors that have dressed in drag. I mean, Kurt Russell and it was Wesley Snipes. What was that movie where they all were dressed in drag?
Tu Wong
Tu
Fu,
Wong
thanks for
Fu,
everything,
yeah.
Julie Newmar. Yeah, you've also got John Leguizamo.
Example, right? They were dressing in drag and stuff. So
And P. Swayze was in there.
P. Swayze?
Yeah.
Is that how you
Swayze,
reference
yes.
him? It's just
Oh yeah, P. Swayze.
emphasis on the P. Jeez.
oh, I mean, I remember a queen dressed as a woman in that one video. For Christ's sakes, come on, we know how rampant that is.
Well, I don't know if it's really a conspiracy if everybody knows about it.
Yeah, it's not really a conspiracy. It's just
And who controls these people?
we don't know the dark.
They.
The man behind the man behind the man.
The man behind the man.
But to answer your question, no, I do not watch the Oscars or Emmys or any of that nonsense. I just think I'm watching people that I mean I'm not getting a award myself, so it's like I'm wasting 2 hours of my life watching people that are just getting awards and like, yay, good for you. You're getting sponsors. I'm getting jack shit. Jack sheet. Jack sheet. There we go. There we go.
Warren, I think it's mostly to go to see if the movie that you liked won, to see if the actor that you liked.
I get that, but I could care less if the movie I won didn't get best picture or best animation or best whatever because I like that movie, right? So who cares?
But we used to care. I know that I used to care when a movie I liked. I wanted to see it succeed in Hollywood elite area. Now I don't care. Now I agree. So I moved from giving a damn to not giving a damn.
Thank you, Kitty. Thank you for joining my sister.
Sorry, I disconnected my computer by mistake. Thought I was unplugging my Xbox. Anyway.
Does it not
continue?
keep a charge or?
No, it does not.
Does not keep a charge, but I was just going to say they sell new batteries that you can replace the battery
probably gonna
with.
need to.
Yeah.
Barbie did not get snubbed. All right. Stop.
Oh no, that
No.
doesn't count as a snub. I'm sorry. It
John
doesn't.
Cena got snubbed. Hey now.
Yeah.
No, but like Kitty, you made a good point where it's like it was important for, like before when you won an Oscar, it helped establish or help make your movie make more money because they would go, oh, won an Oscar for this and this and this. But now
They release it
winning
with
an
that sticker and things.
Right.
Yeah.
nowadays, or for a long time, winning an Oscar does not increase movie ticket sales anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But nowadays, it seems like people are going back to the crybaby portion of this particular conversation. If a certain group of people, male, women, or other, male, women, or other, do not win an Oscar, that means that the Oscars are now sexist, racist, and bigoted. So, transphobic.
So participation trophies have become
mandatory, or you don't get called out. If the wrong woman wins, which is apparently what happened for Best Supporting Actress, or Best Leading Actress, actually, I guess. Yeah. The Indian.
Who was supposed to win? Sorry, inform me.
The Indian, Lily Gladstone, I think, is she was supposed to win.
But she's not Chalk Talk. Sorry.
Yeah, but
Giddy with
sorry, Rosales.
callbacks. Good job.
It's my favorite callback. I have to do it. Oh god, I'm gonna lose it again. Sorry. What?
Regardless, then you have the situation with Denzel Washington and Halle Berry, where they won an award for a movie they didn't deserve because they got snubbed the year before. So it's like
consolation prize.
I thought that was Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
No, she earned it.
Really? Who'd she do? I mean, how'd she do that?
Ted Danson.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me Barbie won an Oscar for some reason?
Yeah, it was just for song. That's it. And it wasn't for I'm Just Ken, so you're happy, I'm sure.
What? It wasn't for I'm Just Ken.
No, because they're
it would be.
morons. No,
Oh
it's
my
because
God.
it's because one of the songs was made by Billie Eilish. So we're like, okay, I know
That one.
The Gooseling was robbed.
Yeah.
My god. So he performed it. Everybody was basically,
we
if
could feel
anyone
the energy.
watched, it was for that thing. Like, can you feel the energy? Feels so real. Can it? Like, so listen, that's the only reason anybody watched it live or at all.
That's the only part of it I watched.
I haven't even, that's the only thing I would watch it for, and I still didn't watch it. So, and then they didn't nominate it for that song?
Oh,
well, it
I
was
laughed
nominated. It just did not
It was
win.
yeah,
Oh, they didn't win.
nominated.
So they were like, "Look, we know it's good, but we also not gonna admit it's good." Okay.
I mean, it's so good. We're gonna dedicate a good chunk to this performance because it's such an iconic song. But
Why didn't we have Billie
we'll give it
Eilish
to the other one
standing
again.
there, like whispering into the?
Because
Well, she did do
Billie,
that.
because Billie Eilish doesn't like ugly people. Remember?
I mean,
Yeah, I mean-
it's a very emotional song, but
It's an
I wouldn't
emotion.
enjoy that performance.
It was so melodramatic. It was not that
Mm.
good of a song. It fit the
It's like-
film, but the song was just okay.
It reminded me too much of that monologue in the
Yes.
film.
I mean, they did it the year before as well, which they always do. It's like anytime there's a celebrity who makes a song or a James Bond song, they'll always
Oh,
give
yeah.
it the win every time.
Did they do this before? Like, were we just not aware? We didn't talk to each other much, and I was less enlightened when I was younger. Is that why? That all it was.
no,
The Oscars
Barbie's
always
just
the
that
shit.
good. It deserved more.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm lifting things. Let me just mute myself.
I mean, it was funny people screaming racism when Lily Gladstone didn't win. That was my favorite part.
Yeah. That's one of the things I was alluding to earlier.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad none of you were on this
Performance was
watch
flat.
party.
I thought her performance was flat. So
I'm glad none of you were on just because of this.
yeah. We didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I missed that.
Thank God.
I missed that entirely because I was doing other things at the time. So I
Be
was.
happy you were.
Be happy I was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be happy you were.
Wait, were you on there, Bob?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Yeah,
Really?
I'm sorry.
And you got to see the Joker flashes.
Oh wait, you were there?
I was not there. No. But I heard it had a flower at the tip.
Whoa.
I would have assumed, if it's a Joker, I would have assumed the joy button.
That's sweet. I mean, one of those squirting flowers. That's the whole idea, right?
Hey, now, hey.
Yes.
Tim,
Oh, now I've taken it too far. Okay.
Oh, Kitty, what's going on?
Come on.
God damn it. Joker.
Confirmed.
Sorry.
You wanna come on and defend your Cena?
Jesus.
But that's
Nothing
I'm
to
sorry, go ahead.
defend. We were all in favor of it.
Well, there's always women ready to defend or defame other women, as the Women Haters Club now includes women. Of course, we've all seen the people who've
Could have told you that.
gone out and yes,
Oh yes, on this sweet woman here. I wish more women were like her instead of this trash.
Like,
this
what's the issue exactly here? I'm still trying to figure it out.
Well, this woman who with a check mark, Samira Khan, called out this lady, Hannah Barron, for having an accent, and it should be illegal, being banned from doing manual labor like this. And there's nothing feminine about American women. American women are literally men, as you can see. She looks like men, according to Samira.
Her accent is delightful, though. Like there are really bad accents. Like Ethan Coen just had this movie Drive Away Dolls. There's an actress in there, horrible accent, but the one that they're pointing out is great. Like I don't know, I love her voice.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm
you
a
had
South
to watch
African.
That, Gray.
I can neither. I can't talk about accents. But I did just lift heavy computer screens all by myself, and nobody
So you're
came
no longer
in.
a woman then?
Yeah, I'm no
Yes.
longer a
You're
woman.
strong
My
and
husband,
independent.
It's quite
Yeah,
manly
my-
of you to
yeah,
do
my
your own
husband's
manual
actually
labor.
just served me with the divorce papers.
Well, there you go.
Wait a minute, what's that female actress from Madam Web where her cleavage is all over
Sydney
Twitter?
Sweeney?
I mean,
That horrible
I mean, I
movie.
think.
But those boobs aren't horrible. Let's be real.
Those boobs are
You
probably.
mean the reason most men went to go see the movie?
I didn't see that.
But you
trash.
didn't
I
see
was
them.
not aware of her before I saw it, but now I am.
There you go.
I'd rather drink goat vomit than ever watch. I'd rather watch Morbius 100 times than watch Madam Web.
Damn.
Two of the same
Samira
writing.
says Lebanese women are literally perfect, and they are actually feminine, unlike estrogen-deficient American women who hold the record for the highest testosterone levels in the world.
Where is Miss 1776? I need to ask her about
Yeah, no,
this.
I'm pretty sure that's China with what they do to their athletes, but okay.
And of course, readers, the
Added context.
There's no
Like
evidence
those
that the
community
USA
context
has
notes
low
sometimes.
estrogen, hold the record for highest testosterone. So apparently, it's an unfounded claim. And high-value
Shock horror.
American men. Well, I wonder what a high-value American man is.
Wait a minute,
Should become.
Rosales.
Yeah. Rosales is a high-value American man.
Yeah,
Yes, you're right.
agreed. Rosales, he counts.
An unproven statement on Twitter? Really? That must be one of those rare situations.
Yes, it's shocking. We were unaware of this actually happening in real life. Careful now, Sydney Sweeney is Bob's girlfriend. Or so he would think. I'm going to keep doing that till you come on, buddy. High value American men should become passport bros. Don't they deserve better than the filth they are limited to in their own country? Do you
Filth,
agree or
okay.
disagree? So this woman is filth. So
does she want all the Americans stealing all the Lebanese women? I don't know. Like it seems odd.
Whatever. Okay.
that's I see it as a Lebanese woman trying to become American. I look at this. This guy says in response, I look at this and all I see is a liability, not an asset. High maintenance, concerned with superficial characteristics, and not substantial quality. I think he's talking about Samira. You can't help it that you don't get it, and you probably never will.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I'm like, maybe he was replying to something else, because that doesn't work.
Well, okay, so I thought about this, right? I don't think it's right that she picked that woman, because that woman, I went through her, like Multihana, and she's sweet. She just grew up with her dad. She wants to be herself. But I get what Samira is, whatever that woman is saying, is that a lot of women now in the West, quote unquote, are like, they're just more masculine. But I don't think you should take some random stranger and say, and you have no idea, and then label this person because of what's going on. Because I mean, there is a like demasculine of men. Like you know, it's hard. I mean, hell, I saw an episode on Piers Morgan. I know, shoot me, guys.
I will.
Where a woman said, "I'm glad that boys are afraid to touch another girl." Like what? Like you shouldn't be afraid to touch a girl. Or like
you might want to put more context into that word.
Okay. What the context was that the context was that like if you're on a date and everything, that you should be literally terrified to even get like any sort of
well, you do remember there was at least a couple of decades where women were just asking for it.
Did you see what they were wearing?
Being is, there's Joker. My point being is that that woman that she used, that was terrible. She shouldn't do that. And also, she shouldn't even be talking to herself. She's like caked up in makeup and using all the...
No, but that's femininity, okay?
Oh, I mean, I like femininity, Kitty. Don't get me wrong, but I don't need a...
fake femininity?
Yes, fake femininity. I mean, I will take an Amazonian teddy bear of a woman. They exist. They're strong.
See, I thought you liked sheet cake just as much as you like a wedding cake.
And wouldn't Amazonian imply that they would be cool with, like, you know, noodling or
picking
whatever?
You up. Yeah.
Let's
taking you back
I don't
to the
think
cake.
I put my hand
moment to welcome in Tidy Whities.
Yes, contrary to what you might think, I didn't come in here just because you summoned me. I also came in here to make fun of women.
Oh.
Thought it was a John Cena thing.
I'm here to laugh at women, so it works out.
There you
Perfect.
go.
Then you get the joke too.
So
right.
I went to take a look at who this woman was. She's apparently a foreign policy analyst, news correspondent.
She wants us to take her very seriously.
Yes.
And she has an Adam's apple. Perfect.
Yes, and she has a check mark.
And
That's worse.
she does. She's very proud of her interview with RT, which is Russian Times. So, she's that's the American arm of the Russian
China,
propaganda.
Iran, Russian, fuck's sake.
So that's who she is. Where on the other hand, Hannah Barron.
God, she's a strong gal. Holy crap.
It's awesome.
This is her
She's
brand
still got
new.
where you
boobs.
get a catfish to bite your hand. Like I don't know. That's
No,
that's
but also
crazy.
she's
I wouldn't
okay.
do
Listen.
that, but
Oh, look at
I'm
you
happy that she
appreciating
would.
that. No. Listen. Okay. She's got the muscles, but then she's still got the boobs. Like she didn't work away all the fat. The fat stayed on her boobs. I'm blown away. She's an inspiration.
Yeah, so she looks like a man. How exactly?
Well, she picked up a catfish.
Yeah,
'cause she
okay. Well, I guess
intimidates-
I'm gay then. I guess I'm gay.
Oh,
if
okay. I
she's
guess
a
it's the
man.
jaw. Okay. No. Wow. Holy.
So either she is incredibly tiny, or that is a huge fish.
Both.
Well, no, for a catfish, it's probably regular.
Listen,
size. Not bad.
Oh, she's
I'd
so
make
cute.
her my wife. I'd make her my wife. Tell you that much.
She would make me her wife. Okay.
I thought you were more into, looking.
I wouldn't be able to
Chinatown
make
porn.
her my wife. She would say no to me.
I'd rather take the fish.
But if you get her, you get plenty of fish.
Yeah, well, hold on.
She's all suntanned and stuff. She knows what she's doing. She knows she's hot. She knows what she's doing.
Joker,
Yes.
I'd rather eat the fish too, but what does that got to do with the catfish?
Listen, at least with the fish, when you're done with it, you can cook it and eat it. I can't do anything with that.
Okay, hold on, wait a minute. You got me lost. What do you mean you can't do that?
Yeah, you just have to put on the car, the car heater.
What do you think basements are
Okay,
for? I mean,
okay. So I guess it's the jawline you could do it, but they didn't use that picture.
Who cares about the jawline?
And then there's Keira Knightley with the jawline, and Natalie Portman with the jawline, and you're still like,
See a cat through.
Yes, I think Catrie's looking at the fish. That's what he's looking at here.
oh my god, look
Jawline
at
on that
those
fish is
legs.
superb.
Uh oh. She's a
come
member
on.
of the Illuminati.
Oh shit.
Naughty.
Devil
Thought it was more Laura
worshippers.
Croft cosplay, but fair enough.
Are those real boobs? Maybe they're not real boobs. Maybe that's the thing.
They're
'Cause, like,
real.
I'm just.
You know,
This is the type of
have
woman
synthetic leather, and I'm perfectly okay with it.
Yeah, they're
Right.
not real.
I gotta get going.
See you
Thank you,
later.
Drew, for being here. I'm glad we got to the fish for you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Always glad to have you.
I'll join you just now, Katru. I need to finish this, okay?
Okay.
You will join Catru.
I mean, I like I said, I don't think there's anything wrong. She's just a typical country girl that grew up with her dad and had some good.
Naturally strong.
Yes.
And then in the video, she says, "Just be yourself." And I mean,
She's
what's-
adorable.
She's cute.
Yeah.
And you know what? Actually, if we were to listen to and see what she had to say about this, these are the videos right here that actually drew the attention of
a political analyst
of the socialist.
Good morning, y'all. Quick update on the house because I've been pretty terrible about giving y'all these. We took a little break for noodling season and to put out boxes. We put that zip tie in there. I don't know, we've been doing it for years. This is probably one from this year, but obviously the fish is fine. The way I grab them is when they come up and bite me, I grab them with this hand. That's why I always get chewed up here. And then I run this arm between their gill and their gill plate. When they're this big, you can run it between without hurting the gills. Because see, it's between the gills and the gill plate. I'll try to be better about these. But you can also use my code Hannah25 for 25% off We the People holsters. Hope y'all have a good one. Appreciate it.
Those are
So
pretty
what's
teeth
the
too.
issue?
God, she's perfect. I hate her.
I mean, is
That's it. That's
That's
the
how
reason.
women work.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
how
you
women
understand.
work.
That's pure masculinity right there.
It's not masculinity. It's because it's jealousy.
Jealousy. It's like the cheetah's a button, and that other girl was going, oh, for the love of God, let me please find a flaw. Because if she had one earlobe lower than the other, she would have gone, oh yeah, but she's got look at her earlobes. They're not even perfect.
But she didn't find anything, so she's just like action, and like she too strong.
Well, you're absolutely
Why is it okay
right.
to mock her accent? Like if you
She
mock
looks
anybody
like a
else's way of speaking.
In general, she looks like somebody that Melanie Mack would make fun of because she would call her too masculine, as we see with the Laura Croft situation. But, sweetie, the only reason you're mocking any of these women, Melanie, is because you're not pretty enough to be Laura Croft. And, you know, it's funny. I love a country girl when she's gorgeous, but then when she speaks, she sounds like my Aunt Sybil. She sounds like an old lady when she speaks.
Well, you got to have that voice before you become an old lady. So, and all those ladies probably look like that at some point when they were on the farm. And as you could see, they were building something huge, and that boat that they were on for noodling, they've obviously got money. It's not East Coast or West Coast money, but she's got money. And her boyfriend looks like a professional wrestler or bodybuilder. So she's not hurting for anything at all. And she gave a response when she finally found out about it, because she doesn't have a Twitter, or at least she didn't for a while there. Oh, look. We got another woman.
Oh, I'm on my way out, but I'm glad I got to see Miss 1776.
Good morning.
We were just talking about
high
Hannah
tea.
Barron. We were just talking about Hannah Barron.
Oh, glad I came at the right time then.
Yeah, but everybody here, aside from maybe Bob the Goon and Cole, missed the cold intro. So let me just give that to everybody real quick before you head for one heads out and another heads in.
I love the Mexican people, especially the big girls, las gorditas. They are so tasty. Ay, que rico. They call me El Viejo Asqueroso, which is Spanish for the handsome orange man. In fact, the next big, beautiful one I see, I'll be grabbing her by the taco.
Oh my God. The wonders of AI.
It's one of his best presidential quotes.
You didn't actually say that? Oh, I would have loved it if you
That is a great advertisement. That I would run that as my campaign ad. That is great.
Absolutely.
Yes, I don't believe he actually said that, but the things that were said about Hannah were actually said by the Samara person there.
My God, Gray.
Yeah, you can't see him. Sorry.
We're busy looking at girls.
Let's see. For those who showed up late, let's go ahead and give them a little taste of John Cena there, and then
they won't see him.
They won't see him. There.
My God.
Well, don't make that declaration here, Bob. Get out of my mind, you wizard. 76.
So Jaded, what do you think about wearing that outfit anytime soon?
Yeah.
Well, now there'd be comparisons between him, so it's out of the question.
There's no room for his dice.
It's another episode where I'm on it. We're still talking about penises. Welcome, everyone.
That's right. That's what brings you in. So yes, she had a response to the lady who was saying things to her and about her without her knowing about it, choosing a platform that she was not on in order to do it. So let's take a look at that just real quick.
Good morning, y'all. I don't have a Twitter. I did at one point, but my account got removed for whatever reason, and I just hadn't got around to making another account. But apparently I'm trending on Twitter right now because some girl, hey Meryl, some girl said that my accent should be illegal. Women shouldn't do manual labor. Oh, what else did she say? American women are basically men, and she just said that I was not feminine. Ooh. And I would tell y'all this girl's name, but I can't remember it because I don't have a clue who she is. So that should tell you how relevant this person is. But I just think it's hilarious because I grew up as the weird kid in high school who hunted and fished too much because back then it wasn't cool for women to hunt or fish or the whole country lifestyle. And I'm so proud of all the women in the outdoors now who are making that more cool or popular. So proud of us. I think we're doing great. But I've been helping Dad build houses since I was 15. When I was a senior in high school, I taught kids how to weld in ag class. So I've done, not manual labor. When I think of manual labor, I think of what my dad does. I'm nowhere near that. I just help as much as I can, and I try. And it's fun. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of blue-collar women out there who are also feminine. And so I just think that you should embrace your own individuality. You should be yourself. And don't worry about what anybody else said, because these folks talking about me and think they're going to offend me, that ship sailed a long time ago. Getting picked on my whole life. I grew up in. Well. Don't be scared to build your anybody else. Be your own person.
Well, there's that. So
I say good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
Yes.
She should have ended the TikTok where she goes, I don't even know who she is. That establishes how relevant it is. That's it.
No, but she's not that mean. She wouldn't do that because it's not that mean. And again, there are so actually just talking about the jealousy thing. There are probably a lot more women that are less attractive that do exactly the same thing that are not picked on. Why they pick on her? Because she's attractive and does the same thing. That's
bingo.
Yes.
Well, those
Anyway, with
unattractive
that-
women hit harder.
How dare women be self-independent, lift things, and do their own sweaty work? You know what? I think they should be like me, living off my boyfriend's rent money, his credit card, having no aspirations in life. That's what real American women should be, right?
I also
They're ruining it for the rest of us, these independent bitches. Yeah.
It points out that the left does not like anything that contradicts the narrative that men do not enjoy strong, independent women. And she is a strong, independent woman, even though she's got her dad, she's got her boyfriend or fiance or whatever. But she goes out and she does all these things herself and has quite the following on TikTok. And her brand new Twitter jumped up into the double-digit thousands in a day or two. So I don't think anybody or any women are following her to learn noodling tips. I think it's men who are fond of her assets and want to see her do more of that noodling. I think that's what's going on. So men do like strong women. I think.
Men love a woman who can noodle them.
Noodle. Okay,
Yes.
I'm on my way out. Over to you, 1776. Help them out.
See you, kitty.
Okay, bye.
As the lone woman here, you must straighten us out.
Oh God, I can't do that job. Don't you guys have wives
You
to do
speak for
that?
all women now.
Oh, what am I supposed to say? I don't know. That chick is ugly. She not Hannah, but that other one, Samira. I mean, she's got all that plastic in her face. She's got overfilled lips. You know, like I said on was it Twitter? Like that song, "Give Me a Redneck Girl." It's not "Give Me a Chick with Overinflated Lips."
Wrong one.
Uses me for my plastic card.
This is the one I was looking for.
Yeah, that one.
That's the next topic.
This looks like one of the Kardashians.
Exactly. She just looks awful. I hate when women overfill their lips with filler. It's like, don't do it. Just don't do it. It's terrible. I think that's the most offensive thing about her post is look at her face. Jeez.
You know, in this
Not
picture, she
wrong.
looks like a robot, like one of those Chinese robots that they get all dressed up and show you how their AI is like coming along.
No, that will be a compliment for her because she's into China, I guess.
I was gonna
Well,
say
if
you're
you-
nicer than I am.
If you take a look at her profile picture, she's having to lean her head back to hide the double chin and to accent the cheekbones, whereas she's got a little chipmunk action happening there when she's sitting straight up. So
She looks
she's
like an inflatable sex doll.
Yes, a real doll.
But a real doll would have more personality than hers. What am I saying?
Yeah, that's the thing about the title for this segment. It's Woman Haters Club was started by women, now includes women.
Ooh. Well, I know women have always hated women. That's just one of them things that have always been around. And whenever women went out on the town and go to clubs, at least back in my day, they went out and got dressed up and dolled up and everything else for themselves. Okay, that's who they got dressed up for. Men were incidental. Women were the only one who went out and knew they were going to get laid or not.
Okay,
Yes, women-
I know that you scoffed at that, Jade, but there is a little bit of truth to that because you could not get dressed up for a club and you'll still meet someone. If you don't get dressed up for a club and you're going out with your friends, they're going to be doing that stare the whole night. Like, why are you out of place? So don't just say, "Oh, you're only dressing up for the guys." No. We have to dress up for the catty women as well.
Yeah, no, women. When women say they're not dressing up for men, they're dressing up for themselves. No, they're not dressing up for men. They're dressing up for other women because they know they're going to be scrutinized and their makeup is going to be checked out and their eyebrows are going to be checked. And oh my God, that hairstyle is so not you. And oh my God, I can't believe you used that color blush. They're never getting dressed up for themselves. They're getting dressed up for other people.
It's true. Women's biggest critics are themselves. At the end of the day, they go in, they walk into a room. Oh my God, she's wearing the same dress as me. How dare she? I gotta go change. Really? It took you 2 hours to change earlier. 4 more hours.
Remember, they used to have like an old meme where it was like two guys wearing the same shirt and they're like brothers, and it was like two women wearing the same outfit and it shows them like fighting.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, Gray wants to know, who do you dress up for, Jaded?
Oh God, who do I dress up for?
Well, when it's going to a convention, it's other men.
Define dress up because that's a very loose term.
Well,
You did dress up as Neo for
DC
us at
shirt.
Halloween, so does that count?
Well, no, 'cause I'm saying, there's cosplay and then there's cosplay. So
No.
They're the same thing.
yeah, well, some cosplay you can't, okay, some
Go out in
cosplay
public
is available at time. There's different types of dress up.
They
There's
say like
naughty
there's John
cosplay.
Cena cosplay and then there's like convention cosplay.
Yeah, but not as much leather.
What he's saying is the other version you could probably only get away with if you went to like a porn convention.
There you go.
Wow.
How did we get on that topic?
That was your man.
You asked me that topic. You asked me a question. That's how.
Ray, this is your fault. You asked the question.
So, speaking of women hating women, that's not a real segue at all. Maxine Dupree, people were hating on her a few weeks back when she was doing her wrestling thing. Let's take a quick look at that. So that went viral, and a lot of people, a lot of wrestlers defended her because she's working hard and training and doing her best. And so, since it did go viral, the wise writers at WWE decided to turn it into an angle. And this wound up being on TV.
The storyline's just like the girls' locker rooms.
Yeah. So go ahead, Jaded. You got your hand on your face. I know you've got something to say.
Women wrestlers. I mean, this is the best that they can come up with.
Your disappointment's your dead brother.
It was pretty hard.
I still can't get over the reverse caterpillar. It's like, what was she doing 20 feet away from the body in the goddamn first place to set up?
I mean,
You need room, so you
Be a finishing move of some kind.
Yes, I believe it was a finishing move. Didn't get to see her finish. A lot of people probably finished, but she didn't get to finish.
I've changed my mind since the last article we were on. I hate women now. Strong women, that is. Thanks for showing me that clip.
Yeah, like haven't they done this storyline before though? Like with it was forgot who, Paige and Charlotte, where she mentioned Charlotte's dead brother.
I think so.
Yeah, they do this every now and then, where they decide to bring up a family member who's dead.
Yeah, you know, like Christian Cage.
Well, it'll never be as good as that, but they're at least trying here, I guess.
Hey, Bob, they would just go, they would yell at you and say, bring up Johnny Cobbs. That'll get you going.
No.
When 12 to 20 viewers, okay.
Their acting is just as good as their wrestling skills. That's the best way I can explain it.
Well, again, she's working hard.
Well, so their idea though, because she went viral for that clip.
What was the goddamn point of doing the cross? This is so.
Well, see, here's the angle though. The angle now is so she's shit. So now we're just gonna write it into the storyline how shit she is.
Yes.
We're gonna accentuate her badness.
That's pretty
the
much
idea
it.
here. So
They
they're
did
gonna
that with
use
Eva
the fact.
Marie.
Yeah, they're gonna they're gonna use a viral clip and get her over on the fact that she is a shit.
Yeah, she got booed. It trended, and they turned it into a story. I think that's about it. She's probably one of the last Vince McMahon hires, and which means she was doing something other than wrestling dark matches. And she went up against Nia Jax, and wound up getting booed out of the arena, which to some people, you know, it winds up hurting their feelings, I think. And so she was defended, apparently, by this guy.
Who's the female wrestler who was yelling at her?
This is Candice LeRae down here.
Can
in
you
the lower
imagine if Candice
left
had
hand.
said that to the last living Von Erich brothers? She'd be dead today.
Yeah.
Live up to your family values. Jeez.
You know what? She just said it to Bret Hart.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's funny too because there was even the Candace girl was even getting some backlash. People, you know, were saying, "Oh, is that too far? You know, are we taking it too?" No, it's just funny to me because
writer.
Who is the script writer? She
I'm
is?
saying it's like they're mad at her as if she
yeah.
wrote the script.
Well, even
You know, wrestling's
exactly.
real, right?
Yeah, well, it is. It's real to me, damn it.
Yeah, hold on, pull up that photo.
Whose dad is dead? Whose dad is dead?
Mine is. So he
Oh, it's a
can say that
brother?
to me all
It's a
day.
brother. Okay. Which photo did you want? This one?
Yeah. Just leave it there.
Oh, jeez, Cole.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well,
Getting a
we just
viewership spike.
21 now. Huh.
Yes.
But I don't know. I don't see this. I mean, this angle will last. I think. I don't know. I don't think she's gonna get over with this by all means. She'll get over for like a few weeks, maybe a couple months at most. But this isn't. You can't.
I mean, do you think it will last longer than the viewers?
Probably because like no. It's hard to say because I don't see how like saying like you're literally just the storyline is she's just a shit wrestler. That's really it. That's the storyline. She's shitty. We know it. So here you go. Go be shitty. Like I don't know. That's gonna work for a couple weeks and that's it.
I would say it depends on how the crowd reacts, because if she starts being again, I think Rosala said it right. She could be starting as an underdog, where now she's purposely being bad at wrestling, and then slowly tries to build herself up and starts getting better and better and better.
I mean,
like actually puts effort into it.
Yeah, but
And again,
what are they, I guess, but so what is that? What are they building to where she finally does a good move in a match and everybody starts chanting "Holy shit!"
Right.
Like,
and if what I'm thinking is that if she ends up doing like a really good move and does it really well, and the crowd reacts, they'll know where to steer the storyline. Whereas if she ends up doing a good move or ends up doing something very athletic, and the audience doesn't care, then they're going to go, oh, okay, this storyline isn't working. Let's try something else.
I guess. I don't know how many swing and misses you get nowadays, but it didn't used to be like that. From what I remember in wrestling. When you sucked, the people knew you sucked. You didn't last that long. You normally didn't make a storyline out of you and try to run with it. But like I said, I don't see it going. I feel bad for the girl because I don't see her career. Like, if she can't, unless she can like really get better, like.
Bob, they're running wrestling now like Disney runs all their projects. It sucks, so let's go for 6 more seasons.
Well, I mean, it just sucks though, because like the women's division right now, it's not like they have some good workers and some good female wrestlers, but it's not that deep at all. And they like need good people. They don't need more garbage.
Yeah. I mean, the issue has always been just the shitty stories with the female wrestling. It's like they'll put on good matches, but it's like they do nothing leading up to it. So it's like, why should I care? It's like that was pretty much the entire title reign of Bianca, where that they didn't know storyline with her actually in like any feud. So it's like, okay, yeah, she's a good wrestler. Yeah, she can lift up like 2 people at once, but it's like, why should I care?
And you're right. They need more better people. That's why they brought on The Rock.
Fucking hell.
Well, when you want to speak about strong women, let us know, Max.
Yes. Oh, God, Dylan, kill me. Please.
When he deals with the bulge, we'll get back to you. So he's not even serious about it, or he would be taking the estrogen.
Yep.
Oh! I didn't know. Congratulations on your move to Fox News, man. I appreciate it. It's great news to hear. It's a step in the right direction. So, yeah, man, we'd love to hear from you. You know, we love to hear from everybody, especially when it comes to that's what he said right there. I think that she's probably a more popular character than we give her credit for, Maxine. That is, I think the reason they're doing that is probably because she winds up getting more attention than her talents say she should. So that's probably why. And this is it. This being the reign of Triple H, he's very, very reactive to what's going on around him, as why this storyline is being pushed. And so the fact that she is as popular as she is makes him want to push her forward and kind of work with what he's got. He's got a semi-athletic woman, and so he's going to try to push a semi-athletic story out there.
I mean, it's not like it hasn't been done. There's plenty of male wrestlers who needed to have their flaws hidden and their talents accentuated and put out into the forefront. So
yeah, I agree with what Rosala says. I think she's more popular than we give her credit for one particular reason.
Or 2.
Or 3.
I mean, he's all
Joker
right.
with the soundboard.
I'm just saying.
Yes, what are you saying?
She's very popular on the internet for one particular reason.
I thought it was 2.
Yeah, well, you're right, sure. But isn't one of them fake? So it doesn't count.
All right, enough of that.
Okay, but name me any female wrestler that isn't based on because she's hot. I mean, come on. I mean, you have to go back. You have to go back 20 years to pick a female wrestler, like Sherry or what's her name? Something
What about
Moolah?
Jacqueline?
Yes, you don't remember Gilbert Newell's full name. Fuck.
What about Gail Kim? She was a great
years.
wrestler. She just happened to be really hot.
Yeah. I'd say China, but
You're back to Dylan Mulvaney?
It always goes back to Mulvaney.
female wrestlers were hired to just walk around in their bikinis and do that lingerie thing, and that's all they were there for.
Back in the
That's
80s.
supposed to be, that's supposed to be over now. Vince is gone. They don't need to be making out with him in backstage segments anymore. There's none of that anymore. Their wrestling should now be at the forefront.
Yeah, it was also that one guy who kept doing that shit too with his writing. I forgot what his name was. What was it again? The guy who like made also that like real boxing event and then did a lot of careers. What was his name again?
Oh, Vince Russo?
Yeah, it was like his idea too. A lot of those things. But it's
Sure, yeah.
hilarious just to listen to him and Jim Cornette go at it.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes were made back in the 80s and 90s. So
you think?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure Owen Hart, would still be alive. It wasn't,
His belt buckle.
Yeah, hype train.
Those extra $500 they saved to, not get a more secure one. That was worth it.
God, I love wrestling. It's such a wacky thing.
Yeah, yes. Very, very wacky.
It really is.
It borders on zany sometimes, but
it does.
Yeah, it got cartoony for a while there in the 80s.
Soap opera-ish. That's what it is. It's not. Let's not beat around the bush. It's a soap opera.
In a sense, yeah, sure.
Maybe.
So, yeah, there we go.
Hey, Pops.
Pops is in the house.
Oh, Pops.
Hey, yo, we just stopped talking about Maxine Dupree. Sorry you missed it.
Oh, real sports talk. What's the real sports talk? I might ask you.
I don't know. Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul.
Oh
my
God.
Yeah, that's going to be more scripted than a WWE match, all right? They're going to rabbit punch, and then he's going to pretend to get like KO'd by Mike Tyson and drop like a sack of potatoes, and then they'll just rob everybody of all their money who are stupid enough to buy
What do you
tickets.
mean pretend? Like pretend as in like he has to do it because otherwise he
it's like they'll punch each other for real, but it won't be like them trying. It's like it's clearly just doing it for a money fight, a bit staged. They're like,
I mean, I'm just saying Mike Tyson could actually take him though. So we're all in agreement though that Mike Tyson could totally knock him out, right?
Of course, anybody could. The only reason why he has so many wins is because they're fake. He just like fights a bunch of fake fucking boxers.
Yeah, but the thing though is like
Tyson's gonna have to hold back more than Superman does, okay? Because he's gonna hurt. If Tyson was actually gonna try to box, what's his
Of course.
face?
He's just not going to try for like the first 2 rounds or so, sort of like Floyd Mayweather.
Punch. You couldn't make it past Tyson's
See, that's-
second punch.
See, that's why, Jaded, I hope it ends with an accidental coma. Not on Mike Tyson, on Jake Paul.
Listen, I don't think Mike Tyson's training and getting his how old is he? 57 years old, right? 55, something like that. I don't think this dude's getting his ass in boxing shape to go in there and have I'm going to take it easy.
Well, I
on
mean,
you, kid
there are
moment.
You'd be
clips, Tony, how
surprised,
he
man.
is
Like
in
he's
shape.
looking really good recently. I
Yeah.
just got a few of them on my Twitter, and it's like, oh shit! Like it kind of looks like
Not only
a slightly
good, but, like,
better
scary,
Tyson than I
like,
remember.
Yeah,
I
his
mean, he isn't in the
punches
best
look
shape, but it just
ridiculous.
takes one punch.
I don't think this is going
power
to be his
behind-
normal thing. Normal Jake Paul. Let me get a guy who hasn't boxed in 10 years bullshit fight. Like that. This guy isn't training just to go in there and get a payday.
You know, it may be that Mike Tyson winds up going into business for himself using the wrestling vernacular after Jake Paul takes liberties and hits him a little harder than he's supposed to.
I mean, yeah. Look at this. Like,
good
They do say that the prison, the stuff you gain in prison never goes away.
yeah. And not only that, but this isn't like George Foreman coming back to fight where he's just going to stand there and not move and let you hit him in the face 900 times till he can hit you once and knock you out. This dude's in shape and he's ready to go. And he, like, I have a feeling he's going to maul this kid. Absolutely
I hope
maul
so.
this
It'd be
kid.
nice.
So do I.
I would hope
don't get your
so. I
hopes
think
up.
everybody wants to see this trash asteroid. Gonna stay with
Yes,
the PG word.
This is the same person who got his face bloodied against Comedy Shorts Gamer. Yeah, I'm sure he has no chance.
I hope he bites his ear off again.
I just hate the aftermath though that's
Oh.
going to follow, because then it's obvious he's going to go to WWE, and then now there's going to be two cancers that I have to mute the TV or laptop whenever they show up.
What do you mean? We had to do that with The Rock and Cena before.
Well, true, and Reigns, but you know, whatever.
Yes. What's the difference now? It's all crap.
I called next.
Oh, God. Maybe if he can get out of jail, I guess.
Even this old man
Jeez.
can kill the Paul brothers.
mean-
Hey, I'm ready to see it.
I'm sorry, he still got the strength behind his coaches. I don't know what. The only way this fight is going to work is if they, choreograph it. That's all it's going to be. It's how choreographed is this boxing match going to be?
Is it going to be Rocky level choreographed?
Yeah, it's going to have to be Rocky level choreographed, and this is just.
They're airing it on Netflix. Does that tell you anything?
Yep.
That tells me everything I need to know, which is it's more for entertainment than the skill of the sport.
Yeah, it's going to
And
be like the McGregor or Mayweather fight. That
Yes.
he'll not try for a few rounds, so then it looks close, but then he'll eventually just kick his ass.
It's going to be really boring.
Yep.
The only thing that I would hope for is that Jake Paul doesn't realize what he's doing and then accidentally hits Tyson for real, and then Tyson just goes back to his old self, and he gets that. I would watch it just to see Jake Paul hit him in the face, and then see Tyson have that stare at his, and then Jake's gonna go, oh shit, and run.
Oh, yeah, it will be like that great Antonio versus Antonio Inoki fight.
Or I was just thinking of that one match, that Japanese wrestler versus Andre the Giant, where that Japanese wrestler thought that he could actually take on Andre, and then he started hitting him. And you could literally see the moment when Andre looked at him and goes, oh shit, he's dead. And then Andre just started smacking him around and throwing him around. That's what I want to see with Tyson.
Or just any New Jack fight.
Pardon?
Just any New Jack match as well.
New Jack match.
Oh, that would be hilarious if Mike Tyson pulled a New Jack and just reached into his trunks and pulled out a blade and shaved him like 37 times before people realized it. Now that's
Then it'd be
wrestling.
Like, I only stabbed him 9 times.
And then he repeats his famous line that he yelled to that man in the crowd years ago.
God.
Oh, speaking of real sports talk, Joe Rogan, great.
Right?
Is there supposed to be audio?
I think so.
Yes, there is supposed to be audio.
Oh God, Ric Flair, kill me.
God, what is that
Oh,
sex offender doing?
Can you guys hear it now?
No.
No.
Nope.
Well. Oh well, doesn't matter. It's Joe Rogan.
Rogan and Ric Flair, what's he gonna say that's of any value?
Is that,
I'm sure
is that
Ric
why you
Flair's
played it
talking
just to
about
make that
drinking.
joke, Rosales? You would do that?
Jake is going to pull a Leon Sphinx.
Are you gonna drive this car into a pole?
That's Paul Walker. You're getting them confused now. Oh, wait a minute.
Leon Spinks, a long time ago, he got.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on no more. Let's see what we got in the comments. Oh, it's just Gray. You could have said that out loud, right, Gray?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd like to
I
hear it,
didn't wanna
actually. Go ahead. Give us a woo.
Whoa.
That's still
You're
better
right,
than the
Ric
guy
Flair.
who played Ric Flair in the Iron Claw.
Oh my God! How dare you?
Yeah, that guy was the only like kind of weird casting. I thought.
Was he?
stood
I
out
thought he
like-
was the perfect amount of cocky.
You know what? You know what it was? It's when he talked. That's what kind of ruined it. His features, he kind of looked like him. The hair was all right, but like he just, I don't think he had the Flair cadence down whatsoever. That's what threw me off.
So I used to have a lot of respect for Ric Flair, but he was on the Kill Tony podcast a few months ago.
Yeah, that's when I
and
lost
the poor baby couldn't handle hard jokes, and he had to leave in the middle of the show. So as far as I'm concerned, whenever people say that Ric Flair's a tough motherfucker, sorry, it's wrong.
Well, it was also like blackout drunk the whole time.
Yeah.
It was a
He
weird.
had no
experience.
clue what was going on.
Yes.
Well, that once you reach a certain age, only alcohol and cigars can keep you stable.
Yes. It's just strange to me that he didn't know what show he was on. Tony was like, "You do know what comedy show we do here, right?"
Yeah,
He
well,
didn't even bother to educate himself before he agreed to be on
Not
the show.
surprising. He doesn't even know what consent is. So.
Damn. Neither does the rest of the WWE, evidently.
All right. Anybody see the Fallout TV series trailer besides JD?
Yeah.
There's a new one.
No. I'm a week behind on the
Oh.
Fallout series trailers.
I didn't even know there was a brand new one.
Yeah, it's got a woman as the protagonist.
Oh, well, I'm out.
Sticking with women as the topic of the day. So
Dead on arrival.
That won't go broke.
Okay, Nerdrotic Jr.
Been a male lead, and it's
I think I took this off too soon. Okay, go ahead.
It could have been a male lead, and it would have been Dead on Arrival, because I'm looking at the trailer, and it's like
Garbage.
there's no way the writers are basing this story off of video clips that they saw on YouTube. They're not basing it off of the game. They're not basing it off of the lore.
Well, that's a standard Amazon production, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't really seen many Amazon shows to be able to make that call.
Oh, well, you should watch their Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Rings of Power.
Man,
Oh.
Reacher was based though.
To be
Yeah, you
honest,
should-
Jaded, what you described was the Halo series on Paramount. They just watched a few videos and cutscenes and said, "Hey, we don't really care about any of the things that made this thing good. Let's make our own storyline with a few skins from the game. And
Yeah,
then
that's
let's
all.
have him heave his helmet off the entire show."
Yeah, it's like based off of the IP. It's not an actual show of the IP. It's like the same thing with The Witcher. It was kind of based off of it, but then again, it's also like every MCU movie. So it's literally like based off of the idea, not the actual product.
I think we've gotten away from when it comes to Hollywood productions. We've gotten away from adapting and creating your own version of something to something completely different and completely ignoring the source material when it comes down to it. The Rings of Power have written themselves into a corner when it comes to that.
Sure.
They've pushed themselves too far of that. And the Wheel of Time itself does not look
So
like
much
anything than
they
the
know
books
nothing
were.
about any of those characters, but it's
Exactly.
still Amazon, and they also adapted the Reacher thing, which is so much better than that stupid Tom Cruise version from over a decade ago. That is actually close to those books. So, like, how come they can do it in that series, but nothing else on their channel?
I think what happened is that they bought that series as opposed to producing it themselves. It's actually Skydance that put that together. So Tom Cruise is still involved with that. Maybe he got better at it. So, I'm putting somebody that's actually taller than 5'2" as the big guy. So
I would say the Fallout TV series is for modern day gamers, and there was a YouTube Fallout web series that's for actual gamers.
That's probably a perfect description, because modern gamers really like open world nothingness and boring. So if it's anything like that, they should love it.
Guys, I remember when I accidentally came across that what's it called? Hold on. Fallout Nuka Break, the series. It was a web series that was out, I don't know how many years ago. 10 odd years ago. That was done by people who actually cared about the IP, cared about the story, cared about the lore. And I defy anybody to watch the new TV series, watch the web series, and tell me which one's not better. It's definitely going to be the web series. I can tell that off the bat.
not which one's better, but which one is not better. That's the task. Yeah.
Well, which one's going to actually be, relatable to the actual IP? And I'm going to say the web series is going to be more relatable to the IP, and it's probably going to be funnier and more interesting characters.
Okay. Well, we should probably do a stream where we watch the web series first, and then all of the Amazon shows will be released at one time on April 11th. So that, we have an opportunity to watch those.
I will say one positive thing about it, Rosales. The Walton Goggins playing the a mutant character, I think, is good casting. I think the makeup looks great. But I don't know where the storyline is going to go and how original that's going to be, so it may be complete crap. But I would say most of everything visually looks right. But I said the same thing about Halo, and we all know what happened there.
Master Cheeks.
Yes.
Master Cheeks? Is that what you call him? Master Cheeks?
Yes.
That's what the internet's calling him.
If you want to see his cheeks, they're there, unfortunately.
That's the thing is, Joker, is that I don't know much about Halo because I don't really play the game. But even after 2 episodes, I'm going, this doesn't even make any sense on its own. Like, even if you're not a Halo fan, it's still a underperforming show on its own. Like, even without
as a sci-fi show on its own, it is a terrible science fiction show.
That's the problem.
So separate the Halo part, and it's already terrible on its own with its own original concepts. Exactly.
And that's what I'm expecting with the Fallout series. Even if it's not faithful to the show, or even if it was faithful to the show, what it's doing, it just doesn't look like it's going to be worth watching anyway.
I think a lot of people are taking the opportunity to do what Zack Snyder tried to do, is take your own story and attach it to an IP, which is what he tried to do with Star Wars. And, giving Lucas credit for saying no, actually, one time to a bad idea. A lot of the other businesses should have as well, I think, because a lot of the stories have nothing to do with what was going on in the games, because these games, more often than not, are cinematic in nature, even though you run through and kill aliens or whatever. But there's a story, and cinematic transitions. So they should be. They are. I think there is an obligation, a contract between the viewer and the player and the production company to put out something that resembles the thing you are selling.
Yes, I'll give you a prime example. The new season of Halo, right? This is spoilers, kind of, but no one cares. Arbiter is a very famous alien creature in the second Halo series, and he gets, essentially, branded as a heretic by his own people, and they brand him on the chest to excommunicate him from being part of their, crew, so to speak. In the show, he brands himself, and they take all of the wonderful story about how he got there, why his people feels like he's betrayed him, and they toss him out as from one of their own, and all that. All the nuance, all the interesting stuff is gone, and they claim that season 2 was going to be more return to form for the franchise. Ain't that funny?
Hilarious.
Just saying. I'm trying to be positive here, but I don't. I mean, I see, ooh, it's pretty, just like Borderlands. Listen, I had a lot of positive things to say about Borderlands, more than these people did. However, It is visually on par. Will it match, the characters and story and lore? I don't know. I mean, commonly with video game adaptations, it's not so good. But then we've had great stuff like Sonic the Hedgehog and stuff that was completely
great.
dove into the fandom. Listen, if you don't like Sonic, you're not going to like Sonic. But in general,
Same
I would
thing with
say
the Mario
those are
movie.
the more accurate ones. Or even Mario, what
the
have
Mario
you.
movie. It's Mario movie with it. Yeah.
Yes. Matter of fact, they're going to be making another. And another.
Yeah.
And another.
Legend of Zelda
Everybody loves
movie, which
it.
makes me nervous.
Well, excuse me,
I would rather
princess.
watch the 90s Mario.
Let's see. Walter says Fallout was never really cinematic. In fact, it was one of the least cinematics of the RPGs, but they are very lore dense, and that's what people love.
And they won't have any of the lore in there, so it'll be
Yes.
really sugar-coated version.
No, what was finger thing, that finger salamander that was coming out of the water? I'd never seen anything like that.
Oh
It
yes,
was in the
that
trailer.
weird
It was
creature
nice.
thing. That's from what I understand, that's new. I've never seen a creature like that in the Fallout universe.
I've seen a few things online like that.
I
They
think
were
the closest they're gonna
significantly smaller.
I think the closest they're going to get to the lore is that, oh look, we're in a fallout shelter, we're in a vault, and there's a nuclear war, and that's all. And then after that, it's their own creative decision making.
Yeah, even then, it's a little different. There was a vault dweller with one eye. They were shielded from all of that stuff. There were no mutants in the shelters.
Well,
Speaking of
again,
the lore.
according to the lore, some vaults were actually leaked, but again, everybody in there got affected by the radiation, not just one or two people.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. I don't
I
really see
think
it
that's
being good.
No, you don't.
No, this is a video game IP where I don't think works as like a show or movie much, because it's really, as Joker said about the lore and everything, and like finding stuff. So like, trying to turn that into like a show with a proper story and everything, I don't think will work. Like the world building's good, but then the rest will probably be empty. I think a better IP you could have used with a simpler world would have been Rage, but then I think it would have been too similar, like Borderlands, I guess.
I just want to say, I'm glad to be back.
Good to be back, man. Glad you're here.
Like
We missed you.
I am curious if they're actually going to use bottle caps as currency, or that they even know that bottle caps is currency in that show.
They probably will use bottle caps as currency, and they'll probably 3D print a bunch of them to get it done.
Rather than having a crew just taking bottle caps off of actual bottles. Dear God, that's where the budget went.
Again, because it
These
will have to be
morons.
Nuka-Cola. Like, I'm just wondering if anybody's even going to drink Nuka-Cola or anything like that.
Of course, they'll have a scene with her in the bar. It'll be an old western.
Sure.
And Walter Goggins' character's gonna be there, and he's gonna say, "Hey, give me a Nuka-Cola," and they'll slide it down the thing, and you get a shot of it, and then they'll never reference it again.
And what they'll do as well is they'll do a product placement in it. They'll like mention, "Hey, this kind of tastes like Coca-Cola back in the day."
There'll be a Mountain Dew throw in or something, and it'll be with Gamer Fuel and
If they don't take the
Doritos.
opportunity to actually build a Nuka-Cola bottle and sell it through Coca-Cola or something like that with this thing coming out, then Amazon truly doesn't know how to sell things, which is wild to see since they are the biggest retailer in the world. So
Would that work after the last time Bethesda tried to do that on their own with Fallout
Yes,
76?
when Bethesda did the Nuka-Cola.
Yeah,
It didn't turn out so well.
it's
Yes,
never the
that's a real
first
thing.
person. It's never the first person who gets successful. It's always the second or third attempt where people finally get on board with something like that.
Or actually put effort into it.
Yeah, and there's the money behind it as well. They've got the distribution. They've got everything going for them where they could put it out.
Grace and
But,
Baja Blast. Exactly.
That's what they need. Baja Blast to be Nuka-Cola.
Fallout, now at your local Taco Bell. Eat some tacos while thinking about people's faces melting off at radiation.
That's right. And they'll use the Dorito taco shells for the taco to be their mutant taco burrito thing, crunch wrap, something.
With green slime coming out of it.
Yes, with green salsa. That'll be the new thing. So, 76, we're glad you came in. We missed you. We needed to have women while we were talking about women today.
Well, no, you can just identify as a woman. Then you have women, right?
Well,
that's what we do to Cole.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We have him on the lady stream. We make him identify as Colette.
Damn, Cole.
Wow. When he becomes a fan of Fallout, we can call him Nuka Colette.
Ah, there you go.
Gonna make that thumbnail for him now.
What up?
We can do that. Yes.
Cole,
do a
we're
thumbnail.
friends. You should have told me about this other life you live.
I live one life.
Yeah, I'm secretly gay Joker. Are you single by any chance?
Kill me.
Yes,
Was the last night you were going for Chaz, and now you're going to go for Joker?
Yeah, well, I guess Chaz isn't working out, sadly. Gray, are you single?
That's not my problem.
My goodness. You, Joker, you show him one pick and he turns.
Listen,
Faster than the milk in my fridge.
he wasn't the only one. Chap won't get off my jock.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Oh,
talking
geez.
about it all week. All I said was, she better win, or I'm showing my...
Oh, did you need it for that? Did you?
Sorry, I was waiting for the cue. So... And, yes.
Yeah, but the actress that should have won did win. So I don't know why you're upset and why you had to, flash
Listen,
us.
I agree
Yeah.
she was good. There was at least three great women there. And listen, as I said, as much as I love her, I believe a certain other person should have won. And not because she's Native American! That has nothing to do with it.
Liar.
I
But
just
that's
liked
with
her
a
for
lot
her
of the
performance
voters.
and the film. The end. I don't care what her race is. I just was going based off performance.
You really think she was the best? I'm sorry, I have to agree with other people. Like half of the film, she was just kind of snarky, and then the other half, she sat in the bed sick. Fantastic. That's better than what Emma Stone did.
Yes, that's all she did.
And she was really too old to be for us to believe that Leo was attracted to her.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's about 15 years outside of his cutoff.
Yes. And Barbie was snubbed, apparently. Yeah.
God.
So, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks. Welcome back, Warren. We are so glad that you were here. Glad you came back. We're glad you had time to show up after your appointment running long. 76, we were so glad to have you back again. And Jaded as well. We love the Jaded, having him here.
We had no arguments today. That's the first for a show.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Time to fight.
That's because we didn't talk about comic book movies, and I had to prove you wrong.
Yeah. And I didn't bring up his everlasting love for Zack Snyder.
So about that Madam Web.
That was the worst display of female superheroes I've ever seen.
Yes,
in
but
my
it was
life.
funny to laugh at, unlike Morbius.
That wasn't even funny to watch. It was like
No, it
watching
wasn't funny to
paraplegic people
No,
run
was
the
it not?
Olympics.
It was hilarious.
You see, the thing
I-
is,
I
you
loved
watched it
O'Neill.
incorrectly, Warren. We watched it high and drunk. It was a whole other experience.
Yeah, like what you didn't cry when
It was worse.
O'Neill died. That was such a great character. How we
Okay.
learned for 5 minutes how to cook burgers.
I knew that movie was gonna be bad when I looked at this trailer. I'm like, this looks like a Nickelodeon movie. Like, I swear, if you look at that trailer, like objectively, and compare it to like a Nickelodeon show or like a Nickelodeon movie, that's what it looked like. And I'm like,
How
there's
dare
no way.
you? Snow Day's a good film. It's
Yeah,
more
they
like a
definitely made some
CW
good
movie.
films. You know, yeah, or like a
CW
Melissa
could have done
McCarthy
better
film.
than like that. Like,
We're
when
in-
they go ahead.
I was watching the trailer, and I'm going, when am I going to see an old lady in a wheelchair?
At the end of the film, you do.
Or levitating, hovering, levitating,
Or
whatever.
levitating, or hovering, or having any type of psychic power.
Literally one scene at the end of
Yeah.
the film. There you
15
go.
seconds before the
David,
credits
you're
hit.
gonna get that sequel, I
really?
promise.
Yeah, it's coming.
Well-
It's in the pipeline.
You got to see Sydney Sweeney hanging upside down.
Listen,
I'm sure
That
she's
movie
not
had two
used
great
to that.
things.
Yeah, well,
not even.
Gonzalez,
She could've
other
been-
work for the Hollywood elite. What's your point?
Well, I thought I was making 2 points.
Oh
she could
Yes,
have been
Bob, you're
topless that
happy,
whole
I know.
movie and it still would have sucked. I swear to God it would have. I swear.
I think Bob and I
swear.
compared it to a Lifetime movie when we
I mean-
reviewed it. We said it felt like a Lifetime film.
I mean,
Mhm.
Sony is grasping at straws, right? Because they don't really have. They're gonna do like all these one-off movies. So I mean, I just thought that I was like, wow, this cannot, like, as an actress, right? How can you sign up for this? Like, how could you literally sign up for this? You have to read this.
That's what I'm saying.
The script.
That's what I'm
like-
saying. They're just
You
as
gotta
much to blame as
gotta have-
anybody who made the movie.
You have
Well,
to
you
have-
know,
you got to
I'm
build
sorry,
up.
go ahead.
I'm just saying you have to build up your credits. It's like saying, why did oh shoot, what's his face? I forget the name of the actor. Why did he appear as the cowboy on Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse?
Yeah, but that was a good
Larry
show.
Fishburne?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was,
Larry Fishburne.
I mean, come on. I mean, like, how was that supposed to help his career? It's the fact that you have to build up your screen presence, your credits. You have to.
I get that.
Yeah, but that was
However,
like at the beginning of his career, wasn't it?
yeah, I get
Like,
No,
that.
Sweeney
that was not
isn't
the beginning of his
technically
career. He
ever-
was working for through the 70s. He was in the Mod Squad, for goodness sake, primetime
but-
television TV show.
Even if you understand that,
Apocalypse Now.
wasn't Pee Wee Herman a good show for kids, and it's pretty world renowned?
debatable.
Pee Wee Herman.
His character wasn't exactly, you know.
I'm sorry, what was that?
And nothing can hurt Lawrence Fishburne. As I said, black don't crack.
I'm just saying, like, I don't see, like, when they even announced Madam Web, I'm like, come on, you can't, like, do something. I mean, even Spider Woman, like, I don't know, whatever. Sony is on Coca-Cola.
You know what I think
Wow,
what I think happened, Warren? I think what happened was they accidentally sent their budget to like some buddy vacation comedy film, and then they're like, oh shit, so they just told them to add some superhero stuff like in some flashbacks and at the end, because the rest of it did not feel like one.
You
The
just
thing about it
described
was-
a production to an Adam Sandler film.
You had two of the three actresses, well, four of them. You had two of the four actresses basically defending the film and spewing its merits. And one of them saying that you're basically sexist if you think there's something wrong with this film. When it came down to Sydney Sweeney, she said, "Hey, I was just along for the ride. I was hired to do a role, and I just kind of went with it."
That's all.
I mean, and I can respect that, but like, I mean, I respect that than the other two frauds saying that was a good movie.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, when I don't know, you could have replaced Keenan and Kel in those movies, and that probably would have been a good Madam Web movie.
I don't know. Have you seen Good Burger 2?
You're putting black men in drag.
Hey.
We're full circle.
Yeah, full circle. See what I did there? See what I did there.
Guys, it's been great. I think we're out of here. Joker, you got anything planned?
Yes, we have another episode coming up soon of my new comedy special with Bob and Cole coming up in another week. And before that, I will just be on your show and a few others. We'll be doing gaming nights. And Fridays we do movie nights over on my Discord. So if you want to watch movies, the list is there, and you can all join.
Fantastic. Gray, what have you got going on this week?
Not a ton. I'm supposed to have a conversation with a comedian about AI comedy, and then I'm supposed to be releasing a video, but it's taking forever. So hopefully those will both be this week, but we'll see. Other than that, check out That Darn Kid Is channel for the Thinkers every Thursday morning.
Yes, they always do a think, and boy, do they think a lot. 76, you hanging out with the women this afternoon, or?
No, I'm gonna go hang out with the kids today. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
that sounds great.
And Jaded, have you finished your Barbie video yet?
Oh God, don't remind me. No. Every time I try to get around to doing a movie that I want to explain how stupid it is, another one comes up.
Then why are you doing Barbie? It isn't stupid.
Pardon? What?
True, it was snow.
Say that again?
Well, it wasn't stupid, so why are you doing Barbie then?
Because I have to explain to people like you how it was stupid.
But it wasn't.
It was. It was. Okay, explain to me how you had a problem.
Here we go.
With, what was that stupid movie that
I told you he was going to do this to you, Cole. You deserve this right now.
Explain to me how you were trashing Damsel, which was the same brain dead, nothing, waste of creatively bankrupt movie. Apparently, when Barbie did it, it was okay.
Yes, because it was actually well
They
done,
did it
Barbie. I'm sorry that you aren't intellectual enough to understand the genius that is Barbie.
Yeah, okay, Zack Snyder fan.
Wait, the movie that literally lost its entire point midway through the film and couldn't, and it became its own worst enemy with its own speech? Yes.
Joker, you're gay, so you don't get a voice in this, all right?
Yes, I'm glad you finally played that.
Straight from the source.
The goddamn Barbie.
Hey, Jaded, please tell me you're gonna sing that awful pop song from the 90s at the end of the video to cap it off.
What song?
The
What,
Barbie
Barbie
Girl
Girl?
song. Yes.
The Barbie world.
I want
I
to
am
see
not-
your rendition of that. You have to dress
am
all in
not-
pink for the review.
I am not seeing what's gonna happen.
Just please talk positively about Ken and talk about how he's the only good part of the film. That the one side character, the man, is the good part.
There is no good side of the film. It doesn't make any sense. The ending alone. What was that? The ending of the end credit scene where she's at the gynecologist makes no sense whatsoever. It's just so,
I remember you
Went over
telling
your
me
head.
about that.
it's just irrelevant.
And
No, great.
Maybe she grew up here. I don't know.
Else, as you were going through the list, because this could last forever between Cole and James.
Oh yeah, let me do this real quick.
Yeah, I'm going to cut you off. Can we please cut him off? Can we take him off the screen? Thank you.
Next week we'll be talking about the Among Us TV show that's going to be coming up. We'll talk about how Marvel is now cutting different projects out of the way, and nobody is upset about it, like they are with the DC with the Warner Brothers films.
Thank God.
There's no coyote outrage, if you will, for the lack of Eternals coming out. So that and other topics as the weeks goes on. So thanks for being here, guys, and we will leave you off with this.
Yo voy a cantar esta canción para mi gente con una pasión.